Damn. 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 Can't believe it, bro. Damn. Like that was close. Jesus. Jesus. Nah. Bring your ass here. Nah. Bring your ass here. Bring your ass right over here. Bring your ass right over here. Yeah. Come in. Sit down. Sit that ass down real quick. Yeah. Have a seat. Have a seat. Let me talk to you right quick. You thought that was gonna work, huh? Y'all really thought that was gonna work, huh? No. Y'all wasn't gonna be able to get that one over. That wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. The tariffs kicked in. The pre-order was supposed to go live on April 9th, but now the tariffs kicked in today. 5 days before your plan was supposed to go into action. Now you gotta pause it because you gotta readjust for the tariffs. I don't think it was the tariffs. I don't think it was the tariff. I don't think it was the tariffs at all. Nope. I think it was all them niggas hollering, drop the price in that treehouse. I think that might have to do about 58% to do with it. I think it's that mixed with the shit talk. Truth talk, not a lot of shit talk. Because people ain't even been, I haven't seen true aggression. I've seen like legit calm breakdowns into why we're not about to pay 80 for no Mario Kart, bro. And then if the prices increase, I'm not paying that either. I'm not paying above 60 for no Mario Kart. Now, will I pay for some DLC? Maybe. I got them courses. I got the courses for Mario Kart 8. Bought Breath of the Wild day one in 2017. Day one. We bought Breath of the Wild then, and then DLC came out. Paid another 20 to get that secured. The day it was announced. So I paid that 60 for Breath. Then I paid that 20. 67. That's $80 now. Tears ain't got that much content, so I was at 70. Tears got a better movement system and a better combat system, but that content, it's not there. It's not there. I ain't feel nothing about beating none of the bosses in the depths versus beating them in either in the dungeons or on the overworld. Fighting them in the depths it felt like a waste of time. Then to now, when the Switch drops, the Switch 2 reveals, you ain't show us the price of how much it would be to upgrade those games to the Switch 2. But just the base games for the Switch 2 versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears are $80. Or are they 69 or 79.99? Let's bring this up. I want to be as accurate as possible. I want to be as accurate as possible. I need to ensure accuracy here. I'm gonna bring up chat as well. Let me pop out chat. I need to ensure my accuracy because this is some sickening shit. So we're gonna go to Nintendo's website. Let's do Kingdom Switch 2 version. Yeah, I want to see the Switch 2 version. Where's the Nintendo? So if we hop on Nintendo's site, they don't even give you no price. They don't even give you no price here. None of this shit that they showing, none of it matters. None of that shit matters. Can we not pre-order the games now at all? Wait, did they take down the pre-orders for the games? No. You better stop it right now. Was I right? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is $69.99. So Breath of the Wild is $70. Tears of the Kingdom is $80. Tears of the Kingdom is $79.99. When it was only $69.99 on the Switch. And Breath of the Wild, I think it's still regular price. It's still $60. Here in Florida, it's $64.19 after tax. But it is $69.99 for the Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild, when that game released in 2017. They're charging you $70 for a 2070. It don't even depress me or make me sad. I'm actually excited for this shit to fall, bro, because it's like these niggas been playing games for so long. You were doing everything right, and then you wanted to reverse and be the you tried to buck up to the consumer. Boy, I'm about to go and play Ocarina of Time in ultra wide, 165 frames per second with a DualSense controller, with internal textures being replaced and up-res to 4K, clean textures too, a new skybox, motion aiming with that DualSense. That's what I'm about to do. That's what I did last night. That's how I play games. I don't know what they doing. I'm not. No. Hell no. Nope. All we wanted was some Ocarina of Time, some Twilight, some Wind Waker, and y'all gave us $80 Tears of the Kingdom. Nobody want that shit. No one want either one of those again. Why wouldn't you drop a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Twilight and Wind Waker and make that $60? That would be a whole different conversation. But no, we just had to do what Sony doing and give us the newest shit again. Y'all suck, man. Anyway, the tariffs kicked in, and now that's really halting the pre-orders, which is crazy. The fact that they halting pre-orders, and this is straight from IGN, which is straight from Nintendo, that Nintendo issued IGN the following statement. This is quote: pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will not start April 9th, 2025 in order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. Nintendo will update the timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th is unchanged. So it's still going to launch on June 5th, but their pre-order date has been wiped clean. I don't think it's just because of the tariffs. It can't be of the tariffs alone. Like, that's the console was already seemingly priced for that. I think it was priced to absorb it, but I don't think that they expected the backlash of the games to be as heavy as it was. So now they got to stop everything because the tariffs officially kicked in, and they could use that to mitigate all of this shit and do big damage control. This is their one opportunity to fix this. Will they? Nah. Hell no. I have zero faith that they will. I don't think they will. They don't need to fix it because they can be big boss on the scene and cannibalize everything in their path if they want to. No one can stop them. Their own hubris will be their demise, but at the end of the day, you ain't gonna force my hand. I'm not paying $69.99 for nothing. I have standards, and I'm not gonna move off of that mountain for no one. It's $59.99 for me. That's it. I'm not paying above that. I think the console being priced at $449 is good, especially for all the tech you're getting. I love the Switch 2 console. I love the console, what the console looks like, how it look like it feel, its weight, because this is my daily driver. This is my daily driver. I daily drive the deck. This is my daily, like, every day. This is what I rock with. I hit that button twice. It was too fast. You can see what I was playing last. I was playing Rampage 64. So like, I sit down and look at a lot of rah-rah about consoles. I spent 600 on this. I got the 512. I got a terabyte SD card in here. It's not even the OLED, bro. This is the LCD. This is the original. It's the original deck. And even hold on, let me pause the music right here. You can even hear. Why would I give you $450 for a console with no themes when I can spend that same money and get a console that'll let me play the themes of all consoles that I want? Everybody not being me don't matter, but I'm gonna tell you this is what I'm doing. I don't care what you do. I don't give a damn what you do. I'm telling you what I'm doing, and this is how we play over here. You do what you do, but I'm telling you the existence of a better way exists. This is real. This ain't no tech demo. This ain't no this ain't no show. This ain't no game. Like this is real. These aren't tech demos. This is real hardware. Steam Deck is a real device. This is a PlayStation 3 game loading in front of your face on a portable hardware that's not connected to anything. So when it comes to me wanting to spend money on hardware, not just the games, hardware, I want something that's going to respect me or give me the options to have games play in a manner that allow me to enjoy games that I normally wouldn't. Or even give me the ability, I'll go back and buy some physical games I may have missed, and boom, I'll be able to enjoy them here on this device. I think these are made I think the decks are made in America too. So with the Switches being made in China, you're gonna have the tariffs hit that extra hard. And I'm not gonna sit here and lose sleep over Nintendo not being able to sell us something. That sucks, but hey, Iwata's dead. Miyamoto making movies. Aonuma not even really I don't think he even directing shit. I think he overseeing stuff and letting the new guys do their thing. I think he training the next generation right now. I don't think Aonuma really in the role that I think he in. I don't think Aonuma I think he might be with Miyamoto working on the movie right now. So it's I'm thinking about a Zelda game for the Switch too. I don't even see one. I have no reason to get the console. I'm here for Zelda and Mario. But nigga, that out the gate, they're giving us Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. And not even the Kong that we want, bro. That's a new nigga. I don't know who that is. I'm not one to sit here and say, oh, I like the original arcade Donkey Kong. That's such a fun. Nigga, I went to the arcade for Galaga. Pac-Man. There was some Streets of Rage out there too. Time Crisis. Tokyo, the one that just came out, and it's the Tokyo Drift joint where you get where you get to put your face in the camera. That man, Daytona, USA, NASCAR. Damn, there was a NASCAR. Shit, you get to do the drift behind the car. It was one of the first you could pull up behind the car. You get to pull up the drift meter and draft. I'm sorry, not draft meter. The draft meter, so you can block the wind from the car in front of you, then slingshot around it. That Killer Instinct 1, Gold and 2, Mortal Kombat Pantheon, all 4, including Trilogy. That's 5 because 4 did 4. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Trilogy, and 4, and Gold. The Grid from Midway. Nigga, I wasn't pulling up in no arcade looking for Mario or Zelda. That was home stuff. I would rather see Pit Fighter in the arcade before I see any. Man, no. These shits, it comes from a different energy. I speak from a different tone. I speak from a different perspective. A lot of games get experienced and left. Nigga, I stay and cultivate the true meaning of why those games even existed in the first place. That's the difference between me and a lot of gamers, I guess. Some people just want the experience for it, but I care about the game more than everything. That's what matters the most. And its preservation. The preservation of the game matters more to me than anything, than how anyone feels about anything. It's about the preservation of the game. You telling me I can spend $80 on this game, but in 15 years I want to either pass this down or even just sell it. I'm going to have some kickback or issues because of licenses, possibly. Or the servers being closed down for these games to even be able to download and work or function correctly. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, they just shut down the Xbox 360 store. They shut down the Wii U store. They shut down the PS3 store. And that's only 2 generations ago. We on the 5 and they shut down the 3. I don't like that, man. When is the 4 going to shut down? When is the PS4 store going to close? I think they shut down the Vitas. I think they shut down the Vitas. 3DS store closed. One of the greatest handhelds we've ever had. Closed. It's a sick world. Sick world. Anyway, I want to hop in here and drop my 2 cents. Nintendo stopped the pre-orders. Let's see if there's any updates. Yeah. I'm looking at the comments, and one of the first comments says something interesting. Nintendo was already going through a major problem with potential buyers because of the high prices. It was going to be another Wii U 3DS situation. But everybody's saying drop the price, and now the price actually increases. It's a wrap for the Switch 2. If they got to increase the price, my nigga, it's over. And this is all we've been fucking saying this whole time was like, yo, something's wrong, to the point to where it's like, it's not even about nobody affording anything. Ain't nobody gonna pay above $500 for no damn Switch 2. They just go build a computer. The Switch one was $299. The Switch one was $299 on launch. It was $299. I think that's a good price. $300 is not a bad price. I'd even give $350 to say that the $350 is amazing, and that's what they're getting in Japan. $350 is getting that sweet spot. $350, nice. $350, beautiful. I let that go. Well, that's the thing too. The power is equal to the deck. So we already know what powerhouse we're dealing with. It's equal to the power of the deck.
How much was the deck?
Mine was $550 because I got the biggest one, but you saw the picture earlier. You can get one for $399. The stock Switch is $450, so the deck is beating it by $50. The deck, you can get one for $399 and pop a SD card in it and be banging for.
Even with that being said, then the issue is the price on the games and the subscription.
That's it. That's the biggest price. Yeah, the biggest issue is is not being able to own a lot of the games you're buying. You're getting them digital. It's like the Mario Kart. You buying the $500 version of the console. You're getting the digital version that it might be good. Like Nintendo.
I think that's the problem. Everyone thinks we have beef with the console price.
No, it ain't the console price at all. Even at $450, it's literally 50 more than the deck. So it's like it's in the realm of what I would spend because I spent $500 on mine for the 512 gigabyte version, and it was LCD. I just wanted to be one of the first ones to have it though. I wanted to test it.
I would say even the $50 difference is that C button.
Yeah, that game chat shit. That game chat shit is yeah. But yeah, and then you say that right there, it's like the console price is not the issue. The console itself is not the issue. I actually love the console. I love how it looks. I love how the magnets look like they pop off. I like the color of it. I like the size of the screen. The joysticks got the light around them now. I love how it's designed. 2 USB-C ports. That tech make me scream. That make me want to squeal a little bit. The Switch 2 look good. But it's the games and that subscription. I'm not paying for Nintendo Switch Online. You're not going to get me $50 a year to play all of them 64 games, bro. Because that's the bonus you're getting with it. You're getting 64 games for the 50-year version. You're getting the GameCube games and the Genesis games. When was the last time the Genesis was even updated? Let's look it up. Let's see. Nintendo Switch Online. When was the last time it was updated? What was the last game that was added, bro? What's all in there right now? I think it's only like 10 games. You got Sonic 2, Streets 2, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Golden Axe, Strider, Contra Hardcore, Mean Bean Machine, and Gunstar Heroes. Bro, that can't be everything. Okay, included games. Here we go. Alien Soldier, Alien Storm, Elisa Dragoon, Altered Beast. That's good. Beyond Oasis, Castlevania Bloodlines, Columns, Comic Zone, Hardcore, Crusaders Ascenti, Mean Bean Machine, Dynamite Heady, S tier, Earthworm Jim, S tier, Echo the Dolphin. You ain't got 2 though. You ain't got Echo the Dolphin 2. So you fucking up. You got Flicky, you got Ghouls and Ghosts. Golden Axe 1 and 2, good. We don't like Golden Axe 3 too much, but I like the Panther in there. The Panther and Golden Axe 3 was hard, so it should still be here. Gunstar Heroes, godlike. Kid Chameleon, godlike. Landstalker, Light Crusader. Okay, all of these are good. Pulseman, Rift Star, Shining Force 1 and 2, Shinobi 3. Where's Revenge? Is Revenge on here? They might have it under R. Let's see if it's under R. Yep, the Revenge of Shinobi. Okay, that's over there. That's good. That's Shinobi 2. Sonic 2, Spinball. And we know, like I said the other day, we can't get Sonic 3 because Mike got the rights tied up. But we got Streets of Rage 2, no 1 and 3. That's Ash. Street Fighter 2. That's good. Sword of Vermilion. You got Vector Man 1, no Vector Man 2. When was the last time it was updated? They're missing hundreds of games from the Genesis. They're missing a lot of games. They're missing a lot of games. November in 2024, I think Vector Man was the last one they added. So the last thing that they've even added for Genesis was in November, and it was 3 games. It was Vector Man, Toe Jam and Earl, and Mercs. And that was the first update since June of 2023. So I guess my entire thought process is we're paying for shit that's not even constantly updated. I gotta wait for them to add more games that I'd even want to play. Nigga, I could sit down and run through Vector Man in a couple hours. I'd like to start up Vector Man 2 right after that. They not appealing to the gamer. Especially nobody with the classic shits. Because anybody in their right mind wouldn't pay $50 a month for consoles that you can go and get an entire bundle for and a couple of games for less than they charge for that yearly. You can go and find a Genesis probably somewhere at a pawn shop for $20. Not even a pawn shop. At a damn thrift store. You can find one that's somewhere. Cheap as hell. Genesis are not expensive. You can find a loose cart somewhere and get the actual real life hardware for cheaper than you spend it within 2 to 3 years on that online service and actually own your game. You're not playing it in a better quality. It's still emulation. So having the original cartridge is still better than playing on their emulation. That's my piece. I'm good on the Nintendo Switch Online. I ain't even going to the DLC portion because I feel like for DLC for a game, giving it in that subscription is good for people who got that subscription. But for someone on the outside looking in, that DLC costs $30. But then if I spend this $50, I get that DLC plus these other games to stream. It sound like a good idea. Sound like a good deal. But then 2 years later, you don't feel like paying for that shit. You lose all of that. So now you done spent $100 when you could have just spent that $30 for the DLC and been on your merry way. Now you $100 out. Period. It don't matter about making money or the ability to have money or even wanting to spend the money. You're spending $100 of your total money you're going to make in your life. You spent $100 on rentable games that you might already even own some way or another. I don't think that Nintendo's scamming. I think that this was actually an uneducated move in the direction that they just think that they bigger than they are. Brawling, swole. Nintendo think they chest out and shit. Just Nintendo think they big in this bitch. And I respect it. I respect the shooter. I respect it. I just think they're gonna have to try better next time. Try harder next time, man. 'Cause, yeah, we ain't going, dog. We ain't going. I'm good. Y'all can have it though. I hope y'all like it. We ain't doing that over here. Ain't nothing make me feel good but God. And y'all's games aren't worth my dignity. Nope. Praise Jesus and drink more water.